Yo! Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. We're after 5,000 subs. We're at 3,700, something like that. Hopefully we can get there by the end of the year. Big up yourselves for returning, if you have returned. Nice. Big up my fresh trim. Big up all my chins that it's given me. That's bad, isn't it? Anyway, in today's video, we are doing media wall lighting, lighting in the lounge, bits like that, sockets, USB sockets, all of that jazz. We'll be fitting smart lighting, so we'll run through how that works, and it is going to look nice. So yeah, let's get straight into it and run that thing. So here we are in the job, and this is what we're going to be doing today. So we've got, let me turn you a bit, TV going in there, skybox and things are going in there, and soundbar in the bottom one. So we have got double socket and brush plate going in there. So we've got double socket, Pastor has done us some favour there, innit? Sake. And then in here we've got HDMI going up, HDMI going down, and an optical going down into here. Then in here we've got double socket, same again, brush plate with our HDMI and optical coming out. And then up here, double socket, brush plate with HDMI and sky cables for the box. So these are going to have brush plates on, so single box with literally a brush for the cables to come through. And down here we've also got a spur. That's because there was an existing socket here which is spurred off the ring, so what we've done is fed the spur and then the spur feeds the three sockets, which is nice. So that's our end there. We've then got a 2-gang dimmer going in here. Again, lovely plaster in there, filled the box up nicely for us. It's half hour chiselling job, nice. That's going to be controlling 4 spots in the ceiling, which he's left open. Oh no, he hasn't, no, of course he hasn't. So that's a spot there, it's got to be cut out. And that's a spot there, it's got to be cut out. And then there's another 2 spots going, one going in that side and one going in that side. The spots we're using are smart spots, colour changing spots. So we'll have a look at those in a minute and how we set them up on the app and what they do. Nice. Accessories, we're using BG black nickel, so everything's black nickel. The bezels on the spots are black nickel. That's a USB-C and USB-A double socket. Then we've got a normal socket going there, and then another USB socket going next to it. Nice. Look at me in this light. There's a new light on my camera. If I didn't tell you, let me know what you think. Hot or not? So the downlights that we are fitting are Lucico's F-type smart downlights with magnetic bezels on. So when it's a bit bright in it, that. Let me turn that down. That's a bit better in it, kids. I should take some of the glare off. No, it's not gonna. Yeah, it is. So magnetic bezels. These basically just pop on like that. It is having black nickel bezels which are being delivered after because I ordered the wrong ones. So there's 2 different types of these spots. There's a flat and a regressed. I'll open this and show you. So this one, obviously that's the flat one, and this is the regressed one, which probably gives you an anti-glare or something, but yeah. So these are the bezels, they're just not the right ones, but they'll be here in a bit. We can get all the rest of it fitted and just pop them on after. So the spots themselves, dimmable and obviously smart. You can change the colours and ting through the app. This is where you connect into, so pop this out, and then we've got, which way are they now? Neutral, earth, live, neutral, earth, live, or nell. Yeah, and then this just pops back on, pinches down, and then a little screw connector to secure it there when it's in the ceiling. Gonna get one of these fitted now. First thing we've got to do, break out the plaster. Bloody plasters. So there's our cables. Push a bit more up there because I could hear it pulling through. Nice. So these are just really fast to fit. Basically, strip your ends off. Strip your ends off. Strip your ends off. Put your sleeving on. And then neutral earth live. And it's as easy as that. Pinch that down and then tighten up the screw so that it is secure in the ceiling. Please pop that up there and then we can fit the light. I'm going to leave the white bezels off because we're not using those. Yeah, 3 more of them. Look at that. That's the same hole that we left over there. Oh, I'm going to have to cut that out. What a nightmare leak. So what we're going to have to do here now is go around it with the knife. Because the plaster is such a hero. It's like I've done that before. On the sockets, we're using BG Nexus plastic, as we always do. We like it. This is going to have to have long pins put in there. And then where our cables come out the wall for HD and things, we're going to have these brush plates. This is Schneider. I couldn't get the BG one, but they're rounded the same anyway. So basically that brush will click in there, like so. And then our cables will just come through there and into the back of the telly. Just like that then. So they'll come out there, straight into the telly. Telly will plug into there and fire stick or whatever. Right, our media wall is now connected up. So we've got brush plate there, double socket, brush plate. And then as I was saying, we've got a spur. Can we focus on that? Yeah. A spur there controlling the sockets. I've got to straighten them out a bit. Brush plate and another double socket. So this spur cable, the feed goes straight down here and then across in this zone right the way around to that socket there, and it's spurred off. I did check the zoning when it was all ripped out. You can still see it a bit in the plaster line, but yeah, it is in the zone. Now we've got these to change. Again, I've had to chop the plaster out from around the socket. Again, I'm going to change the surf sleeving because it's a wee bit baggy. We've got a spur off this as well. I'm not sure what it is, but this house has been rewired, so it should be fine. So that's going to be double USB socket with USB-C and A, and then the socket for over here, I've ordered it, it's at the wholesalers. I've either got to go and pick it up or they're going to bring it out. Downlights went in fine, these four. I did have to chop them out, like you saw. Oh. And all there is one little bit of patching up there, but everything else was fine. I have got this to tackle though still. Also, I found out, I had a quick think when I was doing it. So I had a quick think of, I thought if it's dimmable through the smart app and things like that, surely you can't have a dimmer on it. Because if it's dimmed down and you've messed with it through the app, it's not going to work, is it? So I've rang technical and they've said no, you can't have it on a dimmer as well as smart. If you have it on a dimmer, you can't use the smart side of it. So I've replaced that. I've ordered a double 2-gang switch, which is going to obviously replace the dimmer. Oh, isn't that nice? So we've got USB-C fast charge there, and USB-A, which is also fast charge, I think. 27 watts, yeah. 27 watts, that's good. And the USB-C is 30 watts. So you can charge MacBooks and things like that off these because they've got that 30 watt charging capacity. All the words are coming out today, kids. Let's cut these down a bit, tidy them up. Now that they're all connected up and ready to go, there is another earth terminal on the bottom of the socket. I can't twist it round enough there, which I'm going to be using to put our single earth into the back box in there. So I'll go and get some of that out the van now, get that on, and then our back box is earthed as well. So that's our first one of our sockets connected up. What we do need to do is, if you do fit these black nickel sockets, just be careful that you don't slip with the screwdriver because you'll put scratches in it. And also, if there is the need for longer pins, you need to buy black nickel pins just so it looks really nice. But yeah, beautiful. Got another 2 of them to change, and then we'll move on to the light switch and cut in the other spots out. I know I've said it before, but look at the start of that. How's that ever acceptable? Like, it's missing there, and then there's just gallons of it in there. It's ridiculous, man. Here's our switch, now that we've uncovered it and smashed all the plaster out. That's ridiculous, man, how much was in there. So, we've got our feed in, which I've wired up, and then we've got 2 feeds out. Number 1, if you can see the nicks on there, yeah? Number 1 is our main spots. Number 2 is our media wall spots. So, when this was rewired, whoever rewired it, has put junction boxes above the doors. So you had one coming off to the light, one going down to the switch, and obviously you feed in and out. All I did, disconnected the one that went to the centre light, disconnected the switch and pulled a new one in and connected it into the JB in the ceiling. So feed, load, load. Just to show you this quickly, so we've got live in, no, neutral out, there in a Wago. The earths are connected into the back box, which we'll bring across when we put our metal switch on. We've got a plastic one for now. I've got to go and pick the metal one up. So we've got, in our L1s, the left hand switch was our 1, right hand switch was our 2, and this is our feed in. So what we do with this to bridge it across is just bend it in half there and then put the end in the next one. If you've got more than one, you bend it in half, and then the end in the next one. So that'll just sit in there nicely. Now that it's tightened up, live in, looped across to the common on the next switch, and then our L1s into the bottom. That'll just sit back nice. So our next job to do is measure out the centres of these little alcoves. So we've got a spotlight going in there, and we've got a spotlight going in there. So for these, I know from wiring them, the only buttons in there are around the outside, anyway. So we'll just take our measurement of centre, same on the next one, centre, and then drill it out. Now that they're marked up, I'm going to go and get the whole bit out of the van, get these drilled out, and hopefully our cables are there. Holes drilled out now, we've found the cables. Again, same with these, same lights that we're fitting. Now that all the wiring and connections are done, I've got to tidy up. As you can see, Scott's made a right mess. It's not Scott, it's me. Nice. I'll get a bag out of the van now, tidy this up and get it in that skip. A skip on a job only means one thing: empty the van. So the power's on now. First one we switch on, we'll switch the right one on first, which is the media wall spots. So, as you can see, these are pulsing now, so they're in setup mode. What we want to do then on the customer's phone is registered for the app. We want to add device. I've read, continue. See how fast I read that? Wi-Fi equipment, lighting, LED downlights. So next it's flashing. Done. Oh, so now that we've got the downlights coming up, add to room, we're going to have living room, name your device, so we're going to call this number 1, save, and then add another device, number 2, number 3. So I had a bit of trouble setting the last couple up because for some reason, I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi or what, but they just took longer than normal and it was timing out when I was trying to do a group. But here we have, so lounge lights, we've grouped the first 4 into. So we can go into colour, we can change the colours, we can do what we want with that. And then we've got brightness, on, off, colour temp, so cool white or warm white. And then all that jazz anyway. And then in here, the media wall lights, which is the other 2. We've got the same again, all the different settings. I'll go through some of the settings now and just show me changing. So if we go into media wall lights, colour blue, changes them to blue, green, green, did I press it? Changes them to green. Anyway, that's that. So then we can go colour temp. I'm going to leave them on a warm white there, and then brightness at full blast. So the same settings with the main lights, lounge lights, we can then do exactly the same, set them to blue, and then they'll all change together. Green, red, nice. So now that they're all set up, they can then be set up on Siri or Google or whatever. This customer's got Google. I've never set anything up on Google, I only use Alexa because I'm not strange. Everybody has Alexa. Who doesn't have one? Listen, if you're watching this, Alexa, and it'll wake it up, nice. Google's still not as good as Alexa, but watch this. Hey Google, set lounge lights to blue.
Sure, changing the lounge lights to blue.
Aye. And it's separated it from these. Hey Google. Hey Google. Google. Hey Google. Set media wall lights to red. Oh, look at that. I thought of everything.
Changing the media wall lights to red.
Still talking, ain't she? Yeah, we're all set up now. I did just watch a bit of the video back and I don't think you could see a lot of the app, so sorry about that. But basically it was just colours at the bottom I was flicking through. We done. Nice little short and sweet video for you. Nice downlights they are, really nice to be fair. Not just the smart ones, the dim to warm, all that sort of jazz. The normal downlights, they are nice, and the bezels are nice. Bezels are being delivered directly to the customer, so when it's all painted and that, you can just drop them on. Nice. I've got to go and pick a 2-gang switch up, obviously, because I had the dimmer. That's not working, so I've got to go and get a 2-gang switch. I'll chuck that on the way back. I've got another job to do, which is buy the wholesalers anyway, so I'll pick that up today. And then that's done. It looks nice. Let us know what you think. I really like it how we've wired it in 2 as well, so the media wall can go on separately to the spots. I think that's going to be mint. Set a nice little bit of ambient lighting. How about that? But yeah, big up yourselves. Nice little short video for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, let us know in the comments. Leave a little like as always. Thank you very much for the support. And if you're not subscribed already, please consider pressing that subscribe button. It will help us out massively. Big up yourself. Big up everybody. Big up your nans. Big up your grands. Big up all my members. Big up you. Yeah? See you next time. Ta-ra.